What's up, guys? It's Wednesday, January 15th, 2020, and of course that means new video day. Now, I've gotten quite a bit of requests from some of you guys. Some of you have asked me to do like coverage of the Indies Pharma earnings report and some other companies. Some of you have asked me how to calculate intrinsic value, and some of you, and probably the most highly requested video is actually my top 10 stocks for 2020. Now, so I've already started. I've actually done my top 10 stocks for 2020, but that video, unfortunately, we're not quite through with the editing, so it won't be uploaded on the channel until around Friday or worst case Sunday. Originally I had planned to actually get both of those videos out by the end of this week, because I did the video in actually 2 different parts, but we're still doing some editing, so I'm just asking you guys to bear with me. NCB just made an announcement that their customers will now be able to open their equity or brokerage accounts, their Go IPO platform, and that is a huge thing. NCB is also one of those companies that uses the JTRADER PRO platform, so I decided what I would do instead is to do a quick video showing you guys how to actually go about registering on JTRADER PRO using your JCSD number, as well as to take you through a live actual example of buying and selling a stock and actually doing that within the same day. You'll notice that these transactions were actually done today because I didn't want to disappoint you guys, but you'll also get some insight into some of the companies that are actually on my top 10 list. So guys, hope you enjoy the video, and be sure to subscribe, like and share, such that when the other videos come out you guys don't miss them. As always, if you have any thoughts, comments, questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. Testing. Okay, so good day, investors. Deveroy Davis here with Beyond the Stock Price, and in this episode we're going to be looking at the Jamaica Stock Exchange's JTRADER PRO platform and how you can actually use it to purchase stocks on the Jamaica Stock Exchange in Jamaica from basically anywhere in the world. Now, before we actually start, you're going to first need to actually have a brokerage account or a equity account before you can actually use the JTRADER PRO platform. The website for the JTRADER PRO platform is JTRADERPRO.jamstockex.com. Once you go to that page, it will actually show you all of the brokers that are currently signed on to use the JTRADER PRO platform. You can see here that Barita, GK Capital, MVL Stockbrokers, NCB Capital Markets, Proven Wealth, and Sagicor Investments, Victoria Mutual Wealth Management, as well as Victoria Mutual Wealth Management, are the brokerage houses that use the JTRADER PRO platform. I had said in a previous video that if you wanted to buy stocks online, you could either use the JTRADER PRO platform or you could use the JMMB's Moneyline platform. Now, naturally, you'd only get access to JMMB Moneyline if you're a JMMB client. However, if you are a client with any one of these brokerage houses, then you will get access to JTRADER PRO.
If you would like to know how it is you actually go about setting up your investment account and what the requirements are, you can contact any one of these brokerage houses by simply doing a Google search and getting the contact information. Or you can actually read the article on Caribbean Value Investor on how to go about setting up your investment account. So the article is titled How to Buy Stocks in Jamaica. So if you guys click on this article, and I'll leave the link to it in the description, you will actually be able to see all of the requirements in terms of how to actually go about setting up your brokerage account, as well as how to purchase your first shares. Okay, so once you have set up your brokerage account, you will get a JCSD number. It is that JCSD number that you will need in order to actually set up your JTRADER Pro profile. So you would go to the login page here, or rather you'd go to the home page here, and if you're new, you will click on sign up. And you will fill out all of this information. It's a very simple form. You just need to put in your name, email address, and then click continue. The form, adding in all the required information, and then click continue. And then it asks you to add a username. And of course to create a password. I'm going to add in my security questions, and then I'm going to click continue, and that would take us to step 4 of the process. So once you've completed that form and then click continue, it will take you to a review page where you're able to review your inputs and to make any edits that you may find necessary. I think a good idea for persons who want to retain this information is to actually print this page, which you can do on Google by just coming here and selecting print, and then selecting to print to save it as a PDF file. This is not a necessary step, but you can choose to do that. And then once you have confirmed all this information, you're going to go to the bottom, click here to agree with the information, and then click continue. You will then see the terms and conditions, which I highly recommend that you read. So you will get an email looking like this, and you need to click the link in order to activate the account. Okay, so now we're adding the JCSD account to the JTRADER Pro profile. So ask you if you already have an existing account. It's automatically selected as yes. Your broker will be able to supply you with your JCSD account number. If you have any concerns as to what the account number is, you can click this little button and it will give you an idea as to what the JCSD account is. Note that your JCSD account number is not always your broker's account number, so it's not the account number for your equity account. In the case of Sagicor, the JCSD account number is actually your brokerage account number as well, but that's not the case for all brokers that actually use the platform. You can give the account a name, and again, it doesn't have to be your name. This, for example, could be stock brokerage account NCB if you have multiple, for example, because you're able to add more than one JCSD account number. So you could probably give this one the name, your name Sagicor, and then another one, your name NCB Cap, so you're able to easily differentiate them just by the names. Here, however, you will be required to put in your actual name, since you are you're inputting information on the primary account holder. So this would be your actual first name and your actual last name. You'd select the broker. Again, these are the available options. You'll notice here that Mayberry Investments nor JMMB are in this list, well, or SSL, and that's because they have their own platform. JN Fund Managers isn't there, but JN Fund Managers doesn't have a platform as far as I'm aware. And then you're going to put an amount request. So when you're first opening the equity account, the minimum for a lot of these brokers is $5,000. So you can use that as the requested funds, or less if you so desire. I believe in the case of NCB Capital Markets, however, this has to be a minimum of 50,000 Jamaican dollars. Okay, I think with Sagicor you could go as low as $100 or $1,000, and I've actually done that. And then your currency, you would actually select which one you're actually trading this account in. Once you've done that, click continue, and you should get an email to say that your information has been submitted and is awaiting approval from the broker. So if I, for example, 2154, so if I, for example, filled out the form using this information, then clicked continue, so assuming I fill out the information using these inputs, you'd be able to then verify here or go back if you recognize you've made a mistake. So for example, in this case, I'm pretending as though I've made the mistake of not filling out my full name. So I would go back and edit this entry, and click continue, and then click save. Now in this, because this is a test account, it tells you that this is an invalid JCSD account. So you would then click save, and thereafter you should be getting an email from the Jamaica Stock Exchange. So now your account is set up, it's been approved, and your profile is now showing your JCSD account number. When you want to now start trading, you're going to log into your profile, and then you have two options. You can either click on trade, or you can click place an order. I'm going to go with the option of clicking trade. The two drop down options are either to place an order or to view already existing orders. I'm going to click to place an order. Here you can see that you have the option to to select between your JCSD accounts. Remember I said earlier that you actually are able to add more than one JCSD account. So I would select the one that I currently have, and then you can decide which action you would like to take, whether you're choosing to buy or sell stocks. Even though this input box says you can type in the stock symbol or stock name, you actually need to type in the actual stock symbol. So if you wanted to buy Grace Kennedy, you have to type in GK. If, for example, you try to type in the name of the company, which is Grace Kennedy, then you will get no results. So you actually have to type in the stock symbol. And of course, if you wanted to know what the stock symbol for a particular stock is, you could go on the Jamaica Stock Exchange's website, and if they look under the listed instruments, and I might just show you how to do that, and then you'll be able to see what the stock symbol is. Then you'll choose your order type. So your order type is, for order type you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next you would choose your order type, and for order type you actually have 5 options. One is a limit, where you set, as its name suggests, a limit on the price that you are willing to pay for the stock. The market option is where the order would be filled based on the current asking price that's on the market. Can go with all or none, which refers to the volume, fill or kill, or fill and kill. So if I chose to go with a limit order, I would put in the quantity of the shares that I wanted to buy, and you can buy a minimum of 1 now thanks to the JSE's migration to the NASDAQ platform. Previously this was 100, and you can set your limit price. So if I'm not willing to pay more than $60 per share for Grace Kennedy, then I can put that here. If I went with market, then it would go at the market rate. So I am going to select a limit price of $60 per share because I'm trying to get Grace Kennedy at a discount, and I'm going to set the expiration option. Now the expiry type, good till date, means the order would remain in the system until a particular date. Good for day would mean that it would stay in the system but only for the current trading day, and good till cancel will mean that it will stay in the system until you decide to cancel it. That is, if it is not filled. I'm going to select good till date, and then I'm going to use the expiry date, and I'm going to select next week Friday. Now once I've done that, I can review my request, or I can clear the field if I want to make changes to it or choose a different stock. Here you're able to see some information about the stock, and we actually cover this in my stock market masterclass. I'll link that video in the description, but in that we talk about what is the bid, what's the volume, what's the range mean, what is the ask. So if you just wanted to make this purchase, then you would click to review the order. See the total here. It would calculate the broker. It would tell you what the brokerage fee is, what the JCSD fee is, what the JSC fee is, and what GCT is. And then tell you what your grand total would be. I want to make an important point here though. Note that if you are buying a stock, that the fees actually apply to it. So if you wanted to know on a nominal level how much you were really paying for each share of Grace Kennedy, this is really a good way to find that out. So because I'm only buying 1 unit of the stock, I'm actually paying $61.63 when the fees are accounted for. And then I would click confirm here.
Alright guys, so there you have it, how to register on JTRADER PRO and actually execute your buy and sell orders so you can actually start trading your stocks.
If you guys would like to learn more about how to actually invest on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, how to value stocks, and how to make potentially profitable picks, then you can subscribe to Beyond the Stock Price and actually see some of our videos on valuation, on both relative and fundamental valuation. Thanks for watching, and be sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe if this is the first time you're actually joining us on Beyond the Stock Price.